Okay, so welcome, Fearless Warriors. I am so excited to have my mentor, my coach, Sandra Kemayou, today. And we're going to share some things because a lot of you all that I have talked to have a desire to start a business. You all have a desire to go to that next level. Maybe y'all want to be motivational speakers. You all want to have a more of a presence on the online platform. And so I am so excited to have her to share some tips on today. So welcome, Sandra.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Michelle. Yay, I'm excited.
I'm like to be able to reconnect, after some time, because I think I joined your program in May. Yes, and she was amazing. So if you all are looking for a business coach, you want to up level your business, this is the lady to go see. This is the woman, the powerhouse to go see. So I'm excited for her to be able to share some tips on today because, during this climate change and things have been going on, a lot of chaos, financial crisis, and many people have dreams. I have talked with a lot of people, that have dreams. People have been part of my program, have dreams, but now, with everything that's going on, you get a little distracted. So I just want to be able to have someone to be able to have that insight, as a business coach, as an entrepreneur, as a woman out here still doing her thing, to be able to share some resources, some tips of why, this is the time. So Sandra, let's just start out with just sharing a little bit about yourself and how you got into the business of coaching, business coaching.
Yeah, so hi everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I started coaching when I was 8 years old. She didn't pay me, okay? But I coach her. She was a little friend of mine, came into the house. She was stressed, anxious, and we talked. I told her to lay down on the couch because she was making me dizzy. She kept like pacing. And by the time she left 30 minutes later, she had a smile on her face. And I realized I want to do that for the rest of my life. Originally from Cameroon, no idea on what that meant, right? Nobody was talking about coaching. It was not a thing. My father wanted me to be a medical doctor, send me to America to go to medical school. But I knew in my heart that that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that thing, right? So I told him I got my bachelor in criminal justice. I thought maybe I wanted to do law. Then I was like, no, I don't want to help people break up. And I wanted to do marriage law. It's like, no, I want to get there before. Like I want to help people build and not break things down.
Right.
And so I then got my master's in psychology. I thought I was going to be a licensed therapist. And then I was like, no, I don't want to deal with insurance companies and they're going to fire me because I'm that coach who is going to be like, we've talked about your dad 10 times already. I don't want to hear about him no more. Okay. We're going to have to build something now moving forward. And and I was told that in therapy, I'll lose my license.
Right.
So Dr. Michelle's like, yep, you lose your license.
That's right. Yes.
So I was preserving myself and I didn't, but I worked in mental health for 10 years and then shifted into business because my love has always been mindset and business, and shifted into business as a business consultant and started consulting for these huge billion-dollar companies and realized, oh my God, I love business. And then started realizing, wait, business is the key, right? I talked to so many women who are like, I don't like where I'm at. I want to change my life. I need to make $10,000 more. I just need to make 20, or I married this guy because he had a job. And I was like, but we are so talented. We are so powerful.
Yes.
What if we tap into our own power and started our own businesses? So that's where I decided, I got to help people with business. Like this is all these things that I'm learning working for this corporation. I know people that are more talented that I talk to on a daily basis,
right,
that should have their own business. So that's my journey to here.
And one of the things that you said that I love is because many times people will feel like, well, I already see so many other people that's doing this, or I see them wanting to go into this, this arena. And I don't know if I should really try at this point. So what do you think about, when people say that, because you said you see so many people have so many amazing gifts and that, people should be walking into those gifts and really going into that business. And why not get paid? Why not be able to wake up and get paid what you love to do? So those people that are kind of dealing with that, I don't feel as confident. I see so many people that's doing it, and now everyone is a coach. Everyone is doing this. So, what do you say about that?
I hear that all the time, and I had that personal struggle. I did not want to be called a coach. I was calling myself a business strategist until I realized that nobody knew what that meant. So that meant nobody was hiring me. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to be a coach. But part of the thing was what you said. Everybody and their mama is a coach, but nobody is me, and nobody is Dr. Michelle, and nobody is you, right? Yes. And just by the definition of you being who you are, there's nobody with your unique DNA. You are a unique being. So that means that I could give you a script. I could give you my sales script word for word, and you still won't be me, and vice versa. There are people that are attached to your obedience. Yeah. And I'm a Christian. And so I'm talking about that gift, that dream that you have. You didn't give yourself the dream. When I was 8 years old, I didn't say, you know what? I want to be a coach I believe that I was born with those gifts. And so you did not pick your gifts. They are there for a reason. And it doesn't matter if there are 30 million people doing that thing. When you walk in, but it depends on how you walk in. Yeah, that's the thing, because a lot of people will say, well, I've tried coaching, it didn't work. How did you walk into that thing? Did you walk into it with confidence? Did you walk into it knowing that nobody can do it quite the way you do it? Yeah. Because if that's not how you walked in, then it reads that way. You get on sales calls and you're timid about it because you're not sure about the thing. And I walk in to a sales call, and 5 minutes in, the person like, here's my credit card. Doesn't mean I'm more gifted than you. It may mean that I am more confident in the person that gave me the gift.
Yes. So, and the one thing that you said was the gift, because a lot of times, and I tell people all the time, and people that I coach and I work with and I mentor, is that you're not called to everybody, but you're called to somebody. Somebody wants to use and have that gift. And how dare we, as people who have these gifts, to not share and give our gifts and use our gifts. But one thing that you said was so important is how you show up. So, in your coaching program, you talk a lot about mindset. You talk a lot about, because that was one of the first things that I know that you had to kind of work even with myself on, is showing up like you are a business owner. And a lot of times people say, I have this dream, I want to own this, that, and the third, but you got to have a strategy plan and you have to be effective. So what would you say are 3 main things that people need to really start thinking about when they say, okay, I want to have this business, I want to walk to this next level, I feel like it's there, but I just do it. It'll just come together. The Lord just gonna bless. He's gonna give me, he's gonna open the door, and it's just gonna work out. What would you say to those people?
So, and I was writing it down. I love that question you asked. The first thing is spirit of excellence.
Yes.
It's so important. I cannot deal. When I say I cannot deal with people that are not deserving of the gift. Yes. And we know these people, right? Let's just say a singer, because I can't sing. And I just hate on anybody that can sing. But let's just say a singer who is so, they don't have to warm up. They're never taken a class. They are naturally absolutely talented, right? But when you say to them, you want to make it, you're going to have to move to LA. You're going to have to hire you a good PR person. You're going to have to look like a star, walk like a star, and do the thing. You're going to have to show up, right? And they're like, nah, it doesn't take all of that. I'm just going to pray over here. It doesn't take all of that. While you have somebody who is not talented, somebody like me who cannot sing, who is like, I'm going to show up. I'm going to rehearse. I know it takes more than talent because I don't got the talent. And those people tend to make more because they're not relying on talent. They're not relying on just that. They realize that it takes more. That is the reason why the McDonald brothers were not the one that made McDonald a household name, because they were so good at cooking, and people were like, oh, this is the best burger I got. Ooh, and they were like, oh yeah, we are it, right? And the guy that walked in and was like, I can't cook to save my life. We're going to need to do other things in order to make this be a full situation. So I want you to ask yourself, right? Am I relying on this gift alone to carry me, because it's not going to work? So spirit of excellence, structure, and automation is so important. Mm-hmm. You're going to have some things beneath you, right? foundational things so that your gift can shine.
Yeah.
So when Beyonce shows up to sing, tickets have already been sold. Mm-hmm. The arena lights are already worked on. The seating, people that are walking you through the seating is already happening. There's a whole team, there's structure, there's strategy, there's all of that. And so when she walks in and she sings, she's not worried about it. She can do it days after day after day because she has system under her. Do you have systems? Do you have a website that works? Do you have a webinar? Do you have a way for people to know about you? Marketing, one of the biggest mistake that entrepreneurs make is they don't put money for marketing. They feel like once I have a website and I've taken some pictures, people will find out about me. Mm-hmm. If I'm gifted, the gift will do the work and get me exposure. Doesn't work that way at all. Mm-hmm. You have to have a marketing plan in place. You have to have a brand, meaning you have to look the part, right? You need to know who you're talking to. Who is that person? You're not for everybody, but you are for somebody. Who is that somebody, right? You have to have really clarity, and you have to have a long-term view and a short-term view. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are not in it for the long run. Long run is not 10 years from now. Long run for me is legacy. Yes. If you really felt like your business was a thing that you could pass down 3 generations down, would you be showing up the way you're showing up?
Yes.
Right? Yes. And a lot of people are showing up like it's a side hustle.
Listen, you hit it on the head when you said legacy. And a lot of times we want a get rich because we used to having so many things and we're trying to figure out how to work. But you said to set that solid foundation, which what you help to do is you have to have a system. You have to have a strategy plan. You have to be able to have, and you have to show up. And you said excellence. Meaning, when I go to your website and you're trying to charge $10,000 as a coach and your website is looking a mess, I'm clicking on links and they don't work. You know, you have a scheduling system, but you're not showing up for that. You're not on time. You're not dressed the part. You're doing live videos. You don't have like things together. You know, nothing. Those are the things that are so important. And people look at the big picture, but those are minor things that can make a break when you want to go to that next. And I think a lot of times we get complacent, you know, and it's like, okay, well, I just work here. I just work, you know, wherever I am now. But when you say that you want that next level, when you say you want that gifting, you say that you want to go higher, you have to have a strategy plan. So let's just talk a little bit about, you know, strategies. Like what would be, you talked about the automation, you talked about having a foundation. What would be like one major strategy plan that a person would need to take in today to say, okay, I'm ready to work this gift. I'm ready to start taking this gift to a business aspect. What is one initial step they need to take to move forward to that?
Two things. But the one thing is starting. Because I remember when I started, I wanted to build my website. And I saw Amy Folio, she's in the coaching industry, website. And I had a literal breakdown. Because I told my husband, I want that website. You don't understand, babe. I want that specific website. She has a school. She's the representation of my dream. And I'm so stuck because where I am right now is so far from where she is that what's even the point of trying? And my husband was like, how long did it take her to get there? I was like, I don't know. She's been doing videos for like 10 years. How long have you been doing this? Right. For real doing this? Because that's the thing. Sometimes we count it. Like how I said, I started when I was 8. Sometimes people are like, I've been singing my whole life. I've been in this game for a whole long time. No. Not how long ago did you discover you had a gift? How long did you make the decision that this is a business? How long ago did you commit to it? 2 different days, right? So don't tell me you've been doing this since you were 2. We don't want to hear that. When did you start believing that this is something that you could pass down from generation to generation? That's the date, right? And then starting, because you may not be able to be at a place where you can take pictures. It's quarantine time. It may not be wise to take $20,000, all of your saving and putting it, not now, right? But one of the things that I tell people is take example with what technology companies do, right? iPhones and all these people, what they do is they run a test, a beta group. So no matter what it is that you want to do, is it possible for you to do a test run? The good news with a test run is it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
You go out there and you say to the people, my brand and together, I just got this idea. I'm not going to charge you $10,000. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make it free, or $9 or 99 cents. I don't care, right? But here's what I need from you. I'm going to need some reviews, and I'm going to need you to commit, right? So I'm thinking for coaches. And you walk them through it. Because there's something that happens when you start walking in faith.
Yes.
Walking part, right? When you start walking in faith, somehow favor comes your way, right? Somehow connections come your way because you're walking.
Listen, I need to sow a seed. Listen, because you hit it. Because we always say, you know, that God, you know, I give will make room for you, but you got to walk through the door. You have to you have to walk that thing out. Every obstacle, because they're going to come. Frustration is going to come. The times you want to throw in the towel, they're going to come. Mm-hmm. Those situations are going to come. But are you going to have the faith to walk it out? And like you said, that's when everything becomes aligned. Yeah. So, you know, oh, girl, that was on point. That was so much on point with that, because it is so very important that you have to walk that thing out. Have to be able to have the faith, and not only have the faith, but work your faith as well. Yes. So last thing, you know, there are people now that they're there, but they feel like maybe right now may not be the time. You know, so much is going on. People are getting furloughed. I'm home. I have it inside of me and I was ready to go, but now, you know, how am I able to really kind of work past all of that? What would be one thing that you would leave with someone who may be at that place and they want to take that leap, but it's so much chaos going in the world, so much uncertainty that, you know, should I really even try at this point?
So listen, I'm one of those. Let me put it in perspective. The month of March, quarantine and all, is or was our highest month in sales in the history of the company.
Woo, did you hear that? Say it one more time for the people in the back.
highest sales in the history of the company. And so now, if you're like, I want to start a travel agency, now is not the time. Let me help you, okay? Let me just help you on that. Don't do it. Go write your book, right? If you are in one of common sense, for sure, right? But even with that, even if you wanted to start a travel agency, here's what I'm going to tell you. And I was telling my husband this. Oprah just did an interview with Alicia Keys from her living room, and from Alicia Keys' living room. No full glam, no nothing. Our setup probably looks better. Yes. This is the first time in the history that you and I can be like, girl, please, Oprah, we're all in the same space.
Right.
So there has never been, the requirements are so much lower now because we're all home. So if your eyebrows are not together, guess what? If your corona nails are not together, guess what? Nobody's nails is together. So when it comes to that, no, first of all, we'll get through this. This is not going to be here forever. Yes. This is the best time if you're starting to position yourself as the go-to.
Yes.
It's almost like the floodgate have been open for the little people that didn't have an opportunity before. Yeah. Right? And that people are bored. So if you're a coach, are you kidding? If you're a coach right now for health, we want to be slim. We are gaining weight at home. We are willing to join your virtual program and lose weight. So there are two ways people are looking at it. There are people that are feeling like, oh my gosh, there's no money to be made, and they're acting accordingly. And you have people that are gearing up, positioning, and making money like never before. Yes. You have to make a decision. Am I going to be the leader my people need, my community need? And if you're like, I don't have a community, guess what? You got one person that looks up to you. You got a community. Are you going to stand up and take your position as that leader who says, I don't care what the news is saying. I have a word for you. We're not going to always be here. Here are the three things you're going to need. You're going to need my bottle of water, What you need it now, you're gonna need it 90 days. You're gonna need my coaching service right now. You're gonna need me to teach you how to do those eyebrows because now you're home. Whatever the business model or business you are in, this is the time for you like it's never been before. So go for it.
Go for it. Oh, thank you so much. Go for it. So if you all are at that place, you heard from the business coach, the extraordinaire, the woman who is about business, to go for it now. So thank you so much, Sandra, for imparting some knowledge, the encouragement. I thank you for the times you have imparted within me, encouraged me, pushed me to that next level. So if you are looking for a business coach and you are a coach, you feel that that's inside of you, where can they reach you? Where can they follow you? Or,
Yeah. So my first and last name, and I'm going to trust Dr. Michelle to put my first and last name somewhere. I'm not even going to try to spell it, but it's SandraKemayou.com. She's going to spell it out in the comments somewhere or in the description, but it's my first and last name.com. It's my main website. There you can find there's an amazing free training. If you're a coach, a newbie, you want to get into coaching, that training is 40 minutes. It's the best use of your time. Go and watch that training, and then you can contact me. You can join my Facebook community. I have a free Facebook community. All of that information is on my website.
All right, and I will have her information as well, so you all have any questions. So thank you so much. I love you. We'll definitely be talking soon. We may have to do a part 2, 3 soon, because you are amazing. Thank you so much for your insight. Thank you so much for encouraging me, pushing me, and all that you do. And
thank you so much.
Much success. Love you.
Love you more. Bye, Dr. Michelle.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.